Hey guys, this is turning into a trend because I keep doing this in front of new reactors to Hi Ren, but trust me, it matters. There's just a couple quick things I want to tell you before we get to this one. You guys are gonna love Matt. He is Crystal's boyfriend, which is kind of crazy how all that came together, but definitely listen to the intro and we kind of talk about it. But thank you so much for all the positive response to Crystal's reaction. I think she was a little nervous just at the beginning because she didn't know how people were going to respond to such a long reaction video. But you guys, no surprise to me, and exactly what I told her, were awesome and really listened to what she had to say. And I think it resonated. I know it resonated with me, so I figured it would resonate with a lot of you. Wanted to point out, just because I've said it, that pretty much I think every day this week, which is only 2 days. But I am starting to put the buy me a coffee thing in the intro. So it'll just always be there, and then I'll take it away once we start doing the music stuff, because I want to focus on the music. But people were saying putting it in the description wasn't really obvious and they wanted to know where it was, so that's where it is. I also wanted to say, on Crystal's video, I did an intro like this explaining kind of that I had a really bad day, and was getting really positive messages from everybody, and someone on in the comments took that opportunity to just let me know that they'd been watching the videos. And guys, this was like the sweetest message I think I could have possibly gotten. It was, I guess, dictated by an 82-year-old grandmother named Carol, which, much love for the Carols. My mom's name is Carol, so it's kismet. Um, and she was having her grandson type it because they watch my reaction videos together. And it's a really long letter. It was very, very sweet. I'm not gonna, or comment, not letter, but you know what I mean. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but I wanted to just show you, uh or focus on one little part because I thought it was A, so sweet, and B, well, I'll tell you at the end of it. She said, after seeing the start to this video, I wanted to let you know that my grandson and I are closer because of your actions, and you would never know that unless I told you. You may stop posting tomorrow, and that's okay, but know that you have already made a difference to a woman that doesn't have long left in this world and who loves her grandson very much. Thank you with all my heart. First of all, Carol, I mean, it got dusty when I was reading that. Like, the room got really dusty. That is so sweet of you to say, and I couldn't be more touched that I have that you guys watch it together, that I brought you closer together, all of it. And the rest of the what you wrote was also incredibly sweet. The reason I'm putting this in front of this video, guys, is A, usually my Ren audiences are about the same, so I wanted to communicate to the same people who watch Crystal's video. Um, but also, this was exactly what I was talking about. How you don't know, no matter how bad the stuff is, no matter how terrible you feel, you're making a difference in some small way. Not saying that their emotions are small or anything like that. I mean, from your own perspective, when you're sitting there thinking that the world is beating down on you and that you're kind of, I when I was severely depressed, I was calling it, I felt like I was being swallowed by the earth and there was no way to get out. There was no, like, I was reaching and grasping and I couldn't pull myself out. And n- knowing that you can have this kind of effect, that you can bring people together, really means a lot. And it's something to think about because that the whole point here is it's not just me. We all can do that. We all can do, you're doing that in some way and you don't realize it. That's the point. I didn't realize by starting this channel and by doing the reactions to Ren, who I freaking adore and I'm obsessed with all his music. And I found so many other artists this way and had such positive, responses from all of you. I had no idea that that was going to happen. I thought I was just making some videos because I wanted to watch more Ren and I figured why not record it? Like, and I wanted to make something for my nephew to see when he got older. Since I'm so much older than him, I wanted him to be able to kind of see this kind of stuff, which was the whole impetus for the channel. So I didn't know. I had no idea. And so that's my point. You don't know. So when you're feeling low, when you're feeling super down, when it freaking hurts, man, and I've been there and I really get it. When that happens, remember, you're touching people's lives and you don't even know it. Just by existing, just by doing things that make you happy, you're touching people's lives. And so when I end every video with "Don't wait for life to be easy, to be happy," I mean that. That's how this channel started too. I was in depression when I started it. And I was like, I've got to do something to try to boost myself out of it. So when you're grasping and there feels like there's no one there reciprocating or reaching back, there is. You just don't know it. You just have to put a little faith in it, put a little trust in it, because people like that one day will write you a comment and your freaking eyes will leak like you didn't know they could. I mean, I thought of my Nana who just died in December. Like, I'm just saying. It was very, very sweet, Carol. I really appreciate it. Much love to you and your grandson. And that's all I wanted to say. Also, it's a new Ren week, new Ren music week coming Thursday. Super stoked about that. I know that was a hard turn of excitement, but it's Ren, so I'm super excited. And I will be reacting to that one. I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to try to record my reaction during the premiere, and then I'll put it up later that day. So lots of stuff coming this week. I'm also trying to finish the edit on something that I think will be really cool for Friday, but these videos take a lot longer. You'll see what I mean. I'll post about it in community and post about it on Buy Me a Coffee. Anyway, don't want to ramble. Want to get straight to Matt. He's a really great guy, and it's funny because he kind of has a different energy than Cristal, but it's all the same vibe. You'll see what I mean. And hey, thanks for being here with me. I really appreciate it. And as always, you'll see a jump cut right about now. Hey everybody, it's Uncle Scott. Welcome back to the QwerkyReax channel. And this is a first for the channel, like a true first. Y'all remember Cristal from last week? Well, when I met her, I also met her man, Matt, who also turns out to be musical and who also turns out to be awesome. So when I was telling her about like, oh, I like showing people Hi Ren, she was like, Matt wants to see it. So, I mean, we got to do that, right, guys? We're going to do it. Everybody meet Matt. How's it going, Matt?
How you doing? I'm doing good. How are you?
All right. I was saying before we jumped in, you look like a basketball player because you got these like, huge hands and long legs.
Not that big.
On the screen, they're very, very big. I'm just saying. So thank you so much for doing this. Have you, besides, Cristal doing this, have you heard of Ren before?
No, I haven't. She like left me completely in the dark about this. But she really wanted me to watch the video, so I'm excited.
Okay, cool. And also, what kind of music do you listen to, like on the reg?
For the most part, I would say I listen to jazz, hip hop, rap, R&B.
Okay, that's awesome. I think there's going to be some parts of this you really like then. And because it just happened, I'll mention for everybody at home, because there were so many comments about it in Cristal's video. Where's that smoke detector that's going off?
I heard about these comments. The smoke detector is all the way like outside the apartment, and it's obnoxiously loud.
Yeah, so it's not even, the reason I asked it that way is because it's not even in your apartment, and we can hear it. It's like in the hallway, right?
Yeah, we hear it in our bedroom too, and our bedroom is the furthest room in the house.
That's so crazy. But because it's like you can definitely hear it like in the recording, which is kind of nuts. Right. Well, I'm just gonna jump into this, man. I try to not to tell people too much about it, though I do get very excited. Obviously, it's called Hi Ren. The name of the artist is Ren, so it's kind of like an introduction to like who he is, kind of thing.
Okay.
And the one thing I do like to point out, though, especially since you're musical, is this is all basically a one take. Like you'll see he's got a lav mic on, and so it's multiple cameras shooting it, but he didn't do it like over multiple takes. You're watching like one performance over 9.5 minutes.
All right.
So which kind of makes it badass if you ask me. But I will stop rapping about it and just let you enjoy it. Basically, just press play already, Scott. All right, man. I hope you enjoy it. Here we go. This is your introduction to Ren. Hi, Ren. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately. And I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect to always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate. This time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one. So you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side.
So that's usually a good place to stop it because you're starting like, you know, that's 2.5 minutes in.
I was getting real into that, honestly.
Okay, that's good. First impressions?
I love how abstract it is.
Okay.
Because it goes from like a really like irregular like musical pattern, and then it kind of like jumps to like kind of like a Slim Shady vibe where he's talking to himself and
Yeah.
like kind of fighting his insecurities out loud. But I like that.
Awesome. Love it. So what I'll normally do is I'll back it up just 5 seconds so you don't miss anything, any groove, just to get you back into it. But
Okay.
I could tell you were kind of vibing with it, but like I said, I got to stop at a certain amount of times just to yeah. But there's probably only one other time I'll stop unless you raise your hand and tell me you need me to, all right?
No worries.
All right, here we go.
I am we are one, split in two, that makes one. So you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Wow, your Grammys ran nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with his subconscious, Eminem did it. Played on guitar, Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore. Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us. That's right, speak your truth, your fucking god complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it. Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus. Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren. Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren. I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside.
So that's like another 2 minutes in. And he's about to like go off. So, and I don't want to interrupt him going off. So that's why I figured I'd do one more check-in before this big ending here.
I like the way he expresses like the power struggle between his intrusive thoughts, which is like the more intense thoughts. Like the music gets more intense once he starts talking. And then the more, I guess, like fearful side where he's like, what if these people don't accept me? But like, I just want to make music for myself.
Right.
Like music that I feel.
It's kind of crazy. I've always thought how like much of an actual performance it is, in the sense of he's really becoming both of those sides
Right.
when he's doing it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I heard another reactor one time say, like, can you imagine someone trying to cover this? Like, how would you?
Not unless you've been in his shoes. There's no way. I don't think you could actually do it accurately.
Yeah, I heard someone did do a cover somewhere, and like I've never even considered watching it because I'm just like, what? How?
Right.
But he's just so talented. It's amazing. I don't know.
Mhm.
And you're only 4 minutes in. You still got another 5 minutes to go. So yeah, good times. All right, here we go. He's about to really show off.
Let's go.
Newsflash! I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason. Beheading all kings, I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips, so you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal. Feeble and normal, you wanna kill me, I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of end. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren.
And he's doing all of this with a guitar. Like,
Yeah, just his voice and the guitar.
Hi Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? 'Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So cower at the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs. That I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that make to be strong. And when I am gone I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a coin to different sides.
it seems like he's done, but he's not.
I would hope not. This is really good.
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare. But there were victims, and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax, and I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
Was trying to figure out what he was trying to say at the end there, because it kind of made it seem like he was trying to say that humans are kind of cursed with the pendulum swinging from like dark to light, and we all go through like dark times and like light times, and there's no direct balance. You just gotta kind of go through them.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what I think he's saying. You can't avoid the dark side, so don't fight that. Just don't let it become so dark that you can't like enjoy the bright side.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Also, and unfortunately he's sick again right now, but he was misdiagnosed for like a decade.
Oh, wow.
Where they thought he had all these mental issues. They were putting him in all these hospitals. And finally, after like 8 years, they realized he had Lyme disease. So it had been eating at him that whole time and it wasn't being treated. So finally, he got some stem cell treatment in Canada, and that made him better so that he was able to do this video. He was able to do some other things. But now he's had like an autoimmune relapse. So I think he's going back to Canada now. But that is what he's talking about when he says, you know, I shouted out into an empty room that I would defeat the forces of evil, because he felt like everything bad was happening to him at one time.
Right.
And then at the same time, I mean, he's a musical genius. So he's like trying to do music because he wants to. It's like pouring out of him, but he was struggling with all of that stuff.
I just want to say I commend him for how well he expressed that pain through the song. And I can tell like how dedicated and how much time he took to actually like portray that. Like down to the gown he was wearing, down to the lights flickering in the back, as if he was like being possessed by his thoughts. That
Yeah.
was great.
So you really caught a lot of it then, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you think like that was kind of talking about the performance wise, but like I asked you at the beginning what kind of music you vibe with.
Mhm.
And he's kind of his own genre,
Right.
but I was curious what you were going to think about, you know, the guitar and the way he sings and everything else, because he's kind of rapping in there
Yeah.
with the guitar. But I was just curious what your thoughts were on that too, since you know you like to sing too.
I would probably classify it as like a maybe alternative rock type of genre.
Okay. Yeah, he does everything. I mean, he spits so
Mhm.
fast when he does some of his rap stuff. So
Mhm.
but he's an incredible singer. He's supposed to put out a new album of basically just singing coming up soon, after he just did a whole like rap album kind of thing. So he's kind of like a savant. It's really crazy. Um, Also, I loved in there that when you said he's kind of like got this Slim Shady thing going on,
It
and
was
then
right after I said that he mentioned it.
a couple other people have done that, and I always am so excited that they say it that I kind of jump to say like, "Oh, I can't wait for you to see what's coming next." And
Trying
this
not to
time,
spoil it.
right, I was able to hold it in. So all you people in the comments that get mad at me, I listened this time. I did not say a word, and you discovered it on your own. That was so awesome.
That was great.
When you said Eminem, I looked right at you, and you were like, "Yes, yeah." So they call his fans renegades because it starts
Hmm.
with Ren, obviously.
Right.
Um, do you think I have started you on the journey to consider being a renegade?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna look him up and look for more songs that I can listen to.
Yeah, and hey man, if you ever want to come back to the channel and react to stuff, you let me know, because I love introducing him to people.
Yeah.
And he's got another song that's like 13 minutes, and it's one of the best storytelling songs you've ever heard in your life. Like
All right.
it's a whole vibe. But also I think it'd be really fun to show you some of his lighter rapping kind of stuff that I think you dig.
I
Just
feel like
based
I'd
on
enjoy that. Yeah.
just based on your musical taste is what I'm saying. Well, great, man. Thank you so much for joining. And I'm glad Cristal didn't spoil it for you. I can tell that she didn't by your reaction, because you were
Yeah, she
like,
was doing her best. Like she has a habit of trying not to spoil things. And like
okay.
sometimes she's good at it, other times not so much, but it's okay.
Well, she was an immediate fan favorite to the channel, so I was very excited that you were down to watch too, because just
Yeah.
from our conversations when we were all hanging out, I'm like, I think these guys are really going to dig Ren. So thanks again for joining me, Matt. I really
Of
appreciate you, buddy.
course.
And to everybody who made it this far on YouTube, you know I appreciate you too, especially if you made it all the way to the end. And like I always say, don't wait for life to be easy to be happy.